Hi, welcome to Lesson 1.1, Calm versus Intensity, Why the Best Leaders Stay Composed. In high-performance leadership, there's a myth that still drives a lot of decision-making, especially under pressure. And that myth is this: intensity equals strength. It's easy to associate intensity with authority, being commanding, forceful, fast-moving. But what most leaders don't realize is that intensity often creates motion, not direction. And without direction, all that motion turns into noise. Fast decisions, poor judgment, unpredictable behavior, and friction within teams. Calm, on the other hand, doesn't always look powerful from the outside, but it's precisely what allows leaders to remain calm, clear, credible, and composed, especially when the pressure rises. Let's reframe calm. Calm isn't about being passive. It's not about being laid back or slow. Calm is a leadership multiplier. It allows you to regulate your own system so you can access your skills, direct your team, and make decisions based on long-range thinking, not emotional reactivity. Calm preserves judgment. Calm protects focus. Calm earns followership because people trust what's stable, especially in uncertainty. Here's how these two leadership states show up differently. When a leader operates from intensity, everything feels urgent, communication gets rushed, tone sharpens, the team tightens up. But when a leader stays calm, it creates space, meetings feel focused, decisions feel considered. The team has room to think, not just react. Calm is the exact opposite of disengaged. It's intentional, it's measured, and it scales better in complex situations because it doesn't rely on adrenaline. Let's talk about what actually happens to your brain. When you encounter pressure, a conflict, a deadline, or a high-stakes presentation, your amygdala activates. That's the brain's emotional alarm system. It interprets pressure as threat. And when your amygdala takes over, it starts to override your prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain responsible for rational thinking, judgment, planning, empathy, and long-term perspective. So in that moment, you don't lose your intelligence, but you lose access to your executive functions. You become more reactive, more certain, and less strategic, even if you don't realize it. Let's play out a real scenario. You're in a meeting. A direct report misses a critical detail during a status update. You feel frustration rising, the stakes are high, and you're already under time pressure. If you're operating from intensity, you interrupt, you challenge their thinking, your voice sharpens. Now you've activated their threat system. Their brain goes defensive. They stop thinking and start self-protecting. What happens? Well, communication shuts down, clarity disappears. You're no longer solving a problem. You're managing reactivity. That's the cost of intensity. It may feel productive in the moment, but it reduces the quality of interaction and outcome. By contrast, a calm leader stays present. They notice the mistake. They register the tension, but they don't react immediately. They ask a clarifying question. They maintain tone. They stay grounded. Now that composure allows them to de-escalate the room, maintain psychological safety, and preserve their team's access to logic and creativity. Calm doesn't mean you ignore problems. It means you address them with clarity instead of letting your nervous system just hijack the outcome. Here's a simple tool you can start using today: the composure equation. Calm equals pause plus perspective plus purpose. Now let's break that down. Pause. Give your system time to reset, a full breath, a beat before you speak, a moment to break the loop. Perspective. Step outside the emotion. Ask yourself, what's really happening here? What's the signal behind the noise? And purpose. Anchor back to the outcome that matters. Why are you here? What's the goal beyond the reaction? These 3 micro moves can help you shift from intensity to intentionality in real time. Calm isn't just internal, it's relational. Your team reads your nervous system faster than they hear your words. If you're sharp, fast, and emotionally escalated, they'll mirror it. But if you stay calm, they'll regulate off of you. As a leader, your composure sets the emotional tone for everyone else. That's why calm is not a nice to have. It's a leadership competency. Let's pause here. Think of a recent leadership moment when intensity took over. Ask yourself what triggered it. How did you feel in your body? What did you say or do that you might reconsider now? Take a minute or two to write that down or just name it to yourself. Awareness is the beginning of regulation. Let's recap what we've covered. Intensity might feel like leadership, but it often undermines it. Calm is not passive. It's an active, trainable skill that protects judgment under pressure. Your brain under stress disconnects from your best thinking. Calm leaders preserve clarity for themselves and their team. And composure is contagious. You don't just lead with strategy, you lead with nervous system tone. In the next lesson, we're going to look even deeper at the biology of stress and how it hijacks your thinking before you even realize it. Because if you understand the system, you can start to outsmart it. I'll see you there.